weird. Let's see if this is working now. Right. Search for me again. Part 4. Part 4 says upcoming. Come on. Is it working now? There we go. Stream's working now. So before we do anything, I'm just going to send this to the people. Crash. I did. So I don't know what happened, because I was streaming as normal. I could still see that the stream was working, but I got messages from people asking me why I stopped my stream. So it turns out as soon as I get into the truck to come here, the stream for some reason just stopped. So let me just load up the new chat. The stream for some reason just stopped. Right, let me just turn that volume down. Right, the chat is up. Okay, so let me just share this to Facebook. Create, post. Last stream seemed to have crashed. Try this. Right, is this definitely part 4? Come on. Next, publish. To Facebook. So I don't know what happened, so I'll spend the next minute or two explaining what happened. So I'm just going to quickly watch the last few seconds of the stream to see where it got to. Right, so this is the last stream that appeared to crash. I'm going to watch the last 10 seconds ago. Right, so I get in the truck. It crashed as soon as I get in the truck. Okay, so it crashed once I got in the truck. I got to the stone, I found a wee cave. I've come in the cave, I've found, what's his name, dead, with the lens, and now you're up to date. And I was talking about how this map of Britain looks fine, but in the original, it looks a bit phallic. And then that's when I started getting messages asking what happened to the stream that I didn't know had stopped. But on my screen, it was still running as perfectly, but it seems to have just stopped. I'm surprised. The only bit that I struggled with was the chess puzzle. So I'm pretty sure back in the day I just kept doing it until it worked. So let's have a look at this.
Up on the wall was an inscription, partially eroded by the ages.
I can't believe how much that's aged.
Something in Occidenta Cita
Nah,
est
that didn't need much updating,
in
did
Ora
it?
Mundi.
But
the Latin was clear enough.
This is how I remember it, but this is how it was.
Opening. It must be Ultar. My God. If he comes in, we'll both be trapped. Ultar! Don't come in! It's a trap! Stay where you are!
Go, George, go!
You!
Come!
Oh, Mr. Stobart, we meet in the most unusual places. Please,
oh, I did that instantly without. Straight in my mind, I knew exactly what to do.
To maim you.
Did you say maim?
I did. Dead men tell no tales, as you say. And I want to hear everything that you have to tell me.
And what if I don't want to talk?
Then I shall, most regrettably, have to kill you. Rest assured, however, that I am an excellent shot you would not suffer.
Thank you.
That's good. Believe me, I'm really assured.
It is rather dark in here. I think we should conduct our business outside.
Why should I make myself an easier target?
Well, they have basically hinted heavily that they are doing too.
Even in
Did you platinum the game, Wederson? They basically platinum it for finishing the
My
game.
marksmanship will suffer. It could be the difference between hitting you in the leg or the groin.
Boy, it sure is hot in here.
No sudden moves, Mr. Stobart.
Ah, well, you missed out on a couple of trophies then. Good excuse for a second
Now
playthrough though.
then, where shall we start?
How about being bosom buddies and you putting that gun away?
Klausner, do you know where he is?
It looks more menacing in the original. I'm going to say he's dead.
Yep, he's dead. Just around the corner of the cave. You want to look?
I'll take your word for it. How did he die?
Starvation or dehydration by the look of it.
He was caught in this trap you were shouting about?
Yes.
Yes, I suspected as much. The Templars were not ones to give away their secrets lightly. Was he carrying anything of importance?
No.
No, nothing.
So, why is this location important? What did the Templars hide here if not an artifact?
Honestly, don't know.
Well, there is something, I guess, but you can't move it.
Yes? What is it?
It's a treasure map. Yeah, X marks the spot.
Come now, do you expect me to believe that?
Yeah, okay. You caught me. But round the corner, there is something in Latin up on the wall.
Latin? Do you remember it, Mr. Stobart?
Yes.
In acadenta cita est, in ora mundi.
Ah, the words of Caesar. Yes, that makes sense.
Well, I know that roughly it means to the west, to the edge of the world. But what the heck is that about?
It tells me where the sword of Baphomet lies.
Baphomet.
Mr. Stobart, I am sure that you are just what you appear to be. A gifted amateur.
Thank you.
Thanks, I think.
But I can no longer tolerate your interference. There is far more at stake than you realize.
So what are you gonna do?
I regret that we must end this here and now. Your only choice now is whether you die like a man or like a dog.
Oh, a dial command.
Okay, you're the boss. I'll take my medicine.
You are an honorable man, Mr. Stobart. A rare breed. I should like to shake your hand.
Yeah. Well, what the heck? It was a long way down. Below, I could see Ultar's truck.
Just go for it, Georgia boy. Just go for it. My ass is broken. I've broken my ass. Your ass would be broken.
Luckily, the canopy on Ultar's truck broke my fall.
Thank goodness for that.
The worst part of the experience was Ultar's driving.
What about the lens? Is it still in one piece?
Oh yeah.
Well, it's good to see you again, Josh.
Really? Well, I have to say, I'd have enjoyed Syria a lot more if you'd been there.
I wouldn't have been much help. Anyway, you did just fine on your own.
No bother, hen. Have a look at this lens.
Have you any idea what this lens might be used for?
A magnifying glass, obviously.
Now, calm your titties in. Let's have a
Let's
talk
take another look at the manuscript.
about the script. So you get many trophies left to get then, Widdowson? If you're still watching. I'm not sure, is the stream still working? It's still working. I'm paranoid now.
That's the face of the statue I saw at the bull's head. There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
Just like the statue. Right, there's nothing I can talk about. I know where I'm going. I know what to do. We're going back to Morphle
I'll be
Home.
back as soon as I can.
Okay.
Morphle Home. No, you're not going to go for the platinum. You're not going for the platinum, son. Not going for the platinum. You know what, Wilson? Next time I'm at yours, load up the game and I'll play it for you. I'll get you the platinum. Because you know I love to play this game. I'll get you that platinum. I'll even play it in original graphics the entire time. Just for that old school feel. How does that make you feel? I get too excited there. I do apologise. Oh, there's the wee man looking for Sir Jacques. Little does he know that Sir Jacques is swaggering past him in his nice wee neat green jacket. See, if I was a thinner man, Wilson, and had a decent head, or I had any hair, a George Stobart, what do you call it? Costume for Halloween. Piss easiest Halloween costume you could pull off. All you need is like a. You've got me fearing now, Wilson. What trophies have I missed?
Excuse me, Father.
There's
Hello?
one trophy I'm
Do you
worried
mind if
about
I ask
missing
you a
because
few
it's
questions?
something that's not in the original game.
Not at all, monsieur. It will be my pleasure to help you.
There's a trophy for talking to someone and getting some dialogue that wasn't in the original and was cut, but they've put back in. You would know him, George Stobart. And underneath my George Stobart grey t-shirt, I'll have my Broken Sword t-shirt. And I'll have a big sewer pipe thing in my pocket. I'll have a clown's nose. I'll have a cum rag. I'll have a wee hand buzzer. Easy costume.
You must be proud to have such an incredible collection of stained glass.
Pride is a sin, monsieur, but it is hard not to marvel when the light shines through them. It is a fine example of the artisan's genius.
Pride is a
What do you
sin.
know about the Knights Templar?
You have come to the right place, if that is your interest. Many of them were executed in the square outside. It was a disgrace to France.
Well, the Pope was right behind it, though.
Clement V was a man of mammon, not of God.
That's kind
That's
of forthright
Mammon.
for a priest, isn't it?
Maman?
You think so? It is hard to be sure what happened. It is so long ago.
I need to have that translated because French to English. So that's going to bug me. Maman? I'll translate from French. French to English. There we go. It means nothing. It's the same words. Can you see that? Mammon translates to mammon. What does mammon mean? Mammon meaning biblical term for riches, often used. Oh, just greedy. Why did you know this? He was a greedy cunt, huh?
How long have you worked here?
Hardly work, monsieur.
Oh,
This
I get
is a
outraged
call.
there.
I have been
Triggered.
helping Father Flambert for nearly 6 months now.
Father Flambert.
I guess you don't know much about the history of this church, then.
Just a little.
Just
You've
a
got
little.
quite a shine on that candlestick.
Ah, oui. Anything less than best would be an insult to the Almighty.
I
Alright.
guess so. I never thought of it like that.
What do you think of my chalice?
What do you make of this chalice?
It certainly looks very old.
About as old as this church, I think.
There seems to be an engraving on it.
Yeah? What does it say?
I do not know, it is very tarnished. With your permission, I could try polishing it. I promise I will be very careful.
I don't know if I'd want a priest polishing my chalice.
That'd be very good of you.
This shouldn't take very long. Feel free to look around.
No bother, son, no bother.
Okay, thanks.
I'm pretty sure one of these tombs is the tomb I'm looking for, if memory serves me right. But right now, I'm going to add a lens to a scroll. See ya! You get polishing, priesty boy. Oh, you're creepier on the original.
The lens fitted into the end of the scroll like a hand into a glove.
That's not how you say it, George. You say it like a glove.
Hey! A Knight Templar burning at the stake. And a date.
I didn't get a chance to read the date.
Let me see. M-C-C-C X-I-V. That's 1314.
13, 14.
A Knight Templar burning at the stake. And a date.
Why did his fingers suddenly out in the remake? Oh, 5 trophies, Warrison. I'll get you the 5 trophies, but I swear down, those 5 trophies will be yours. Let's see. I just need to find the...
Carrying all that armor around must have been hard work.
Which one
A
of these?
stone knight lay in full stone armor, blank eyes looking at the ceiling.
Can I move the statue? I can't remember if the statue moves or not.
The Templars were demonstrating a pretty good grasp of physics. If the dissolution hadn't happened, we'd have had cold fusion power last century.
Let's watch it. One of these two. Oh, Wilson, would it not be fun playing it together?
A knight
In the
there
same
in the
room.
company of his fellows.
And yes, I could log in as you and play it.
Biblical references engraved into the tomb edge to guide his way to the next world. I guess.
Right. So let's watch it, you.
A knight's tomb, his effigy in marble lying in perpetual state, waiting in prayer for the judgment day.
You finished polishing, son?
Hello again, Father. Hey, thanks.
It is my pleasure, monsieur.
What was the writing on the chalice?
It was not writing, my mistake. It was a coat of arms. The remarkable thing is that it seems very familiar.
Yeah?
Oui, I think I have seen it on that wall tomb in the far corner. That winged horse is quite distinctive.
Oh, well, it's
Boy, what a shine you got on this.
all in the
Merci.
wrist.
It is all in the wrist action.
Oh, you dirty priest.
Did you know that the center window conceals an image of a man burning at the stake?
The burning man?
What, you knew?
That there was a hidden image? No. But the church has a reputation for being haunted. Many times, people have claimed to have seen a burning man in the window.
Aye, some of the cutscenes are hit
As
and
they
miss.
look, there is nothing. Perhaps the light has to be just so for the figure to appear.
Yeah, or maybe you need a special lens.
Aye, same man. Let's see if you recognise
Have
Khan.
you seen this man before?
No, I have never seen him before.
Like, you have no use to
Catch
me
you
now.
later.
Be gone,
Au revoir,
priest.
monsieur.
If I remember rightly, the end sequence lasts, like, pretty much ends very quickly, like every other Broken Sword game. The ending just happens, then suddenly you're hit with credits. Did you watch the credits? Because my name's in there, son.
No. It couldn't be. Could it?
Yes, it could.
Just think. There's a dead guy under there. A stone knight lay on the church floor. Just think.
And you
Now
missed
that
me.
my attention had been drawn to it, there was no mistake. There was no name on it. But the coat of arms was undeniably the Pegasus of the De Vasconcellos family. I'd found the last resting place of Don Carlos.
Don
My
Carlos.
eye was drawn to the biblical references carved into the edge of the tomb. Hey, maybe these biblical references mean something. Psalms 32:7, John 4:11, Corinthians 1:4-5, and just one more. Psalms 22.
Me and Broken Sword 3 have got a very, very
But I've got a memory like a
strained
steel
relationship.
trap. The chalice had led
I remember
me to
getting
these
it in PS2 launch day,
but it looked
loving
like
it.
a happy coincidence to me.
Shut up, George, for a
After
second.
all,
Oh, come
the
on.
de Vasconcelos arms were already on the manuscript. Nope, I was still convinced that the chalice had some significance all of its own.
Right. So Broken Sword 3 came out. I remember getting it launch day on the PS2, loving it. And I remember I took it to Keita's to play it, just show him off, because like, at the time the graphics were mind-blowing. I thought they were amazing. And we get to a puzzle. You'll probably remember this puzzle, Wilson, because it infuriated me. Where there's a laser or a beam of light, and you've got to move stuff about in a big tomb to redirect the laser to get it to a certain point. And I literally sat, I'm going to say about 4 or 5 hours in Keita's loft bedroom trying this and slowly losing my mind. And then I just turned off the PlayStation in frustration and declared that Broken Sword 3 was done, deleted the save off my memory card, and that was me. Then this was, I can't remember when it was, but there was a school holiday maybe 6, 7 months later, and Keita had one of his empties as usual. So I don't know why I suddenly got it in me and was like, you know what? I'm finishing this game this holiday and I'm here. And I played it from start to finish. I somehow got through that puzzle, finished the game, and the ending to Broken Sword 3 insulted me so much that I hated it. I almost swore off the full series. The ending to Broken Sword 3 is terrible. And this might sound shocking, Wilson, but I've never played Broken Sword 4. I never had a PC that could run it. Never had a PC that could run it. And it never came to PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 3. So I went from Broken Sword 1 to 3 to Broken Sword 5. So 4 is the only one I've still not played to this day. But you don't need to play 4 when you've got 1 and 2. They're perfect. Right, let's have a swatch at this chalice again. George, what you doing?
It was hard to believe it was the same chalice. Now the light gleamed off its perfect surface.
Right. I've just noticed that priest is... Is that priest watching me and touching himself? That priest is watching me with my back to him and he's touching himself, isn't he? Does he do that in the original? He does! You dirty bastards! We priest is masturbating.
A priest stood by the pews, energetically polishing something.
Oh, George. George, you know what he's polishing. He's polishing his purple bishop. Let's go talk to him while he does it. Put him off. Get close enough that he realises you're no 10.
Hello again, Father.
Put it away. There we
Bonjour,
go.
monsieur. How pleasant to speak to you again.
I honestly thought you were going to tell me about the...
Boy, what a shine you got on this.
Oh, God damn it.
Merci. It is all in the wrist action.
Right. See you later.
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Dirty priest touching himself. Right, am I done with this tomb? Can I leave now?
Okay, let's have another look at those references. Psalms 32:7, John 4:11, Corinthians 1:4-5, and just one more. Psalms 22:21. The chalice had led me to these inscriptions, but it looked like a happy coincidence to me. I was still convinced that the chalice had some significance all of its own.
So am I done with this statue? Thought it was a mark on my
A
TV
scroll
screen
was
right
a
here,
symbol of
but it's
scholarship. I knew that much.
part of the
A
green screen
scholarly
showing.
knight.
There you go.
That rang a bell. A very Spanish bell.
Right, I get it, George. We're going back to Spain.
A Knight Templar burning at the stake.
The wee
And
dogs
a
at his
date.
feet disappear. Just because he opens his fingers. Right, we're leaving. Leave this masturbating priest to his work. I still say this needs to be making a TV show or even a movie. If I win it big on the lottery tonight, I'm funding this movie or TV show. To the airport, the aeroport. It's not letting me go back to fucking Spain, so back to... I can talk to, what's his name, Andre about the chalice. He can tell me more about it. Andre, you dick. I really hate this character.
Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie. Where have you been? Nicole said you were away.
I just returned from Syria.
Syria? On the trail of the Templars?
It's
Yes.
a long story, but I found the bull's head. It was referred to on the manuscript, remember?
Yes. What is it?
A secret cave built into a high cliff face. In the cave, I discovered a map bearing a phrase in Latin. In accidenta cita est in ora mundi.
The island of Britain.
Lies at the edge of the world, to the west.
Strange. That map seems to contain a series of pointers.
Like I said, it's a treasure map. What do you make of this cup, Andre?
It's a 14th century communion vessel.
Why is my
Spanish,
phone still
probably.
blowing up?
You sure know your onions.
I'll check that later.
While I was in Syria, I discovered a strange pagan statue. It was like a head with 3 bearded faces. Horrible.
That sounds as if it could be Baphomet, the idol described by the Templars.
The poor Knights of Christ had an idol that looked like that?
Allegedly. The description of the idol came from the evidence extracted by the Inquisition. Mind you, not one statue or idol was ever found on Templar property. Until now, that is. Just last month, a statue of Baphomet was unearthed right here in Paris.
Where?
At the Institut Hermetique de Naval. The statue is beneath the foundation. It was discovered by some workmen while renovating
The
the
foundation. Seriously, my phone is going mental. And it's the same 3 people.
Can you tell me any more about the statue of Baphomet?
It's a fearful image, even now. A bearded head. The base of
Bearded
the statue
head?
is carved with Templar symbols. One of the workmen noticed a curious stain at the base. He claimed it looked like blood.
Blood.
That's right.
Right,
Thanks for your
wonder if
help,
I can go
Andre.
there now.
You're welcome.
Do 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 do. Hey, off we go now. Do 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 do. What are old George Stobart's meant to be? Oh, there we go. Site de Baphomet. I remember this. That's a nice paint pot you got there, son.
The painter had a pot of gunmetal gray primer hanging from the barrier.
I've got a spray can of that amongst my spray paints. What's your dumpster?
There was a dumpster full of debris. From the excavation, I guessed.
Now let's talk to the painter.
Excuse me, could you help me?
What is it?
I've got a few questions.
What do you know about the Templars, son?
What does the word Templar suggest to you?
Templar?
Nothing.
Nothing.
You're doing a fine job.
Merci. I have my professional pride.
I don't think I've ever seen a Gauloise smoke so stylishly.
It's a natural talent.
I'm being sarcastic.
I'm being indifferent.
You're very good at that as well.
Merci. Vive l'indifférence.
So, what are you doing here?
I am having my break.
Yeah, I mean when you finish your break.
When I finish my break, an interesting concept, monsieur.
You'll probably need to think about it.
I could have another cigarette while I consider.
Sounds like my mum.
Perhaps tomorrow too.
Okay, let me put things differently. What were you hired to do here?
I was hired to keep the archaeological dig in the basement of this building clear of debris, and to touch up damage to the door frames with my little pot of paint. It's a very responsible job.
Why is the paint on the tin gunmetal grey but you're covered in yellow
I'm a
paint?
very responsible person.
So what do you know about the excavation?
I know they won't let me in to do my job. I would complain to my union, but là...
You couldn't be bothered to join.
Right. Tell you what, though. I'm surprised at the sort of people interested in this excavation.
What's unusual about the visitors to the excavation?
None of them look like archaeologists to me.
Do you know what an archaeologist looks like?
Three-piece suits, crocodile-eyed attaché cases, Rolex oyster.
But no archaeologist dresses like that.
Quite right, monsieur, quite right.
So, who are they?
No one knows.
Who cares as long as they pay me?
You seen this man?
Have you seen this man before?
Yes, he asked me a lot of questions, just like you.
Oh dear. Shake my hand.
I was pretty sure the shaken shock had shot its bolt in Syria.
Oh.
Be seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Okay. Let's have a look at this thermostat.
A thermostat was mounted over a radiator. The radiator was pumping out heat as the thermostat was cranked right over to full. No wonder it was warm in here, even with the door open to the chill of fall. I couldn't imagine what I'd achieved by turning the dial.
What's in this door? Let me in!
There was a closed door with toilet scratched into the cheap veneer.
That door's locked, monsieur.
Let's talk to the guards.
Hi? Excuse me?
Oui?
What do you know about the Knights Templar? There was a long pause during which the guard said nothing. Then he said,
Nothing.
"Nothing at all?
Is this a test?
Like a history pop test?
No, like a test.
Okay, yes, it's a test.
Then I know absolutely nothing about the Templars.
The guard was being amazingly evasive. It was going to take more than goodwill to get past him.
Yes.
Trying to get into a locked washroom. I had the strongest feeling of déjà vu. I'd like to use the washroom, but the door's locked.
Oh, that's no problem. You can have the key.
Thanks.
You're terrible guards.
It sure is hot in here.
I have to have the door open to allow the workmen access, so why not?
I turn the heat up.
You could wrap up warm.
I have my gloves if it gets cold, but why bother when it's warm anyway?
He's got a point.
So, what exactly are you doing here?
I'm guarding. You expect to find me shearing sheep?
Take it easy. I just didn't realize you were a guard. I'd like to know what you're guarding, please.
That's a secret.
It wouldn't happen to be an archaeological site, would it?
Are you asking me or telling me?
I'm telling you.
Then why ask?
I had a feeling this was no normal hole in the ground.
Right, this guy's half his rocker.
Have you seen this man before?
Oh,
You have.
no.
Have you seen this man before?
Oh,
You have.
no.
Shake my hand.
I was gonna have to get rid of this thing. It was dead.
No! I want to
Talk to you
shock
later.
everyone.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Right, let's get in this toilet for some reason. That's a great toilet, that. Let's have a look at this sink.
I didn't want to use that unless I really had to. Oh, boy! Dirty soap! How do they do that?
Give me the dirty soap. They all dress up like Indiana Jones. It's their uniform.
I
It's
wasn't
no-
that interested
it's
in
no
what
style
might
thing,
go
it's
into
their
a rescuer's
uniform.
Garbage to investigate. A bin stood in the corner. It didn't look like it had been emptied for a while.
It's flushed. Let's have a look in the toilet.
Being in a charming comfort station like this made me think fondly of the toilet in Syria. That place was kept in pretty good order. At least, it had been until I vandalized it. Still, it was all for a good cause. I didn't need to get near to tell the toilet needed cleaning.
Let's have a look at the boiler.
The thing felt really hot. Big demands seemed to be being made on it. There was a big old boiler used for heating the building.
Must be something I can do. Tissue in the sinks. Take the shovel.
Capacious as my pockets were, I didn't figure I could cram a shovel in them.
There must be something I'm missing.
I could have climbed onto the sink, prized the ventilator cover loose, wedged myself into the tiny hole, smashed the far cover out, and plunged headfirst into the next room. Or I could just go through the door like a sane person.
Oh, shut up.
There was a ventilation grill up in the wall.
Okay, so the only reason I came in here was to get soap. But what would I use the soap for?
I turned the heating off.
So now the heating's off, does the boiler cool down? Have I got to use the keys every time?
The thing felt really hot. Big demands seemed to be being made on it. There was a big old boiler used for heating the building. A filthy wash basin hung on the wall.
It's done the taps
The
on.
cold tap's washer looked to have failed. It was just dribbling down the sink.
Turn
The
it on.
cold tap's washer looked to have failed. It was just dribbling down the sink.
Let's get his gloves back on.
I turned the thermostat back to where I'd found it.
Oh, he's put gloves on.
A guard stood by a door I guessed led to the excavation. He looked pretty pompous. Well, not so much pretty, just pompous.
What's this doorway?
The doorway was full of assorted old tea chests, cardboard boxes, and so on. All empty and all uninteresting. The doorway led to an old utility closet that had
Damn.
lost its door. There was nothing interesting in there.
Let's check out the telephone.
Do you mind if I use the phone?
Be my guest. I'm paid to guard this door. The phone can look after itself.
Good point.
Hi, Nico?
George, what have you discovered?
Nothing yet.
Nothing. Is something wrong?
No.
George, why are you calling me?
Oh, no reason. I just wanted to hear your voice.
You did. Well, this is my voice saying, don't bother me, I'm busy.
Oh.
You bitch! No, let's talk to him.
Hi again.
What is it?
Want some soap?
What was I supposed to say? Hey, look what I stole. I got this plaster from Ireland.
Not an exciting souvenir.
Do you want to see my tissue?
Look, a tissue stained with grease paint.
Ah, just what I've always wanted. If you give me that, you can enter through the door.
Really?
Of course not. What would I want with an old tissue?
What about this?
I've got a red nose.
Oh,
No.
Talk to you later.
au revoir, monsieur.
I'm leaving with your keys.
Hey, monsieur, don't go with my keys.
Alright. Let's turn that off, because I turned it back on.
I turned the heating off.
Let's give the man back his keys for the moment.
What is it?
Here's the keys. Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
Right, I'll come back to you when I figure out what I'm supposed to do. Let's take the paint. Oh wait, am I supposed to dip something in the paint?
Hey, monsieur, get away from my paint pot.
Okay.
I should think so. Meddling with a man's paint pot. Puh.
Wait, am I supposed to drop the soap in there and make it look like coal?
Hey, monsieur, get away
Right,
from my
I
paint pot.
need to find a way to distract
Okay.
you.
I should think so. Meddling with a man's paint pot. Puh.
Hi, it's me again.
I'll meddle with any man's paint pot.
Now?
Would you be interested in soap?
Not at this exact moment, no.
Damn, what about plaster?
I have some plaster of Paris.
Amazing.
Would you like to see my cum rag?
A greasy tissue. Don't get it too close to my cigarette, monsieur, or there'll be a conflagration.
Right, I think Nicole
Be
would
seeing
go
you.
to help me at
Revoir,
some point.
monsieur.
So I can't quite figure out where I'm supposed to go.
I couldn't climb over. The gate was surrounded by some pretty fancy ironwork.
Right, so I can't seem to leave. I want the gunmetal grey paint.
The painter had a pot of
And no
gunmetal
Christian,
gray
never drop the soap.
primer hanging from the barrier.
Unless it's been a while, then drop that soap. and ask someone else to pick us up. Right. He's got his gloves on. Uh-huh. I need to get the key off him again.
Hi again. What is it?
The
I
toilet.
need to use the toilet again. Again? Already? I have this problem. How technical do you want me to get? Never mind. Here's the key.
He's got IBS, right? Leave him alone.
Talk to you later. Au revoir, monsieur.
Ah.
I figured this was better done out of the guard's sight.
I don't know why, but that just came to me. I forgot to unlock the door with the keys. Then I can make plaster of Paris.
I made an impression of the big key in the cake of soap.
Right. Then you combine that with plaster of Paris.
I carefully sprinkled the plaster into the soap mold I'd made of the key.
And then take that to the tap. Then I rub that around in the coal to make it look blah 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 blah. Dirty and metal. No wait, I need to dip it in the paint. Several minutes later.
Well, it had taken a while, but I had made myself a completely unconvincing plaster key. Way too fragile to use in a lock. I'd have to substitute it for the real one. Trouble was, it looked like plaster and not metal. Then again, that plaster statue in Syria hadn't looked like stone until I'd been a bit artful with it. Maybe I could improve the key as well.
Right, now I need to figure out how to distract Paint Boy. Here, take your keys so I can leave.
What is it?
Here's the keys. Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
And he's got his gloves on so it won't feel fake. Right, you, how do I get you to bugger off?
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
I made this key out of plaster.
How thrilling! How clever! How pointless.
Why dip it in your paint?
I've got a sewer key.
I used to work in the sewer.
Oh? What happened?
I had a cigarette break in a pocket of methane. A manhole cover landed on the other side of the Seine and I was sacked.
Well,
Be seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur.
that would get you sacked, right? Can I fumble about your dumpster?
Hey, you! Get away from my dumpster.
I cannot. So the only thing left to do is phone up Nicole and ask her to come distract him, I suppose. If my memory's right. Right, Nicole, get your sexy French ass down here and wiggle it in front of the painter.
Hello, Nico. It's me.
What do you want?
Some ideas.
You're the man on the spud yacht. I can't hold your hand all of the time. Au revoir.
I wouldn't mind if you held it at least some of the time.
I I need the shitter again, son. Right, give me the keys.
Hi again. What is it? I need to use the toilet again. Again? Already? I have this problem. How technical do you want me to get?
Never mind. Here's the key.
And back to
Talk
the
to you
loo.
later. Au revoir, monsieur.
Bunch of keys plus the door. Bunch of keys plus the door. Right. Can I just roll about the coal? Nope. Can I take coal?
I didn't want any coal.
I
A
want coal.
huge pile of coal lay in the corner to fuel the boiler. Real high-tech stuff.
Right, what else? I'm grasping a key. Straw here. Right, what do I do again?
The thing felt really hot. Big demands seemed to be being made on it. A hand dryer was mounted on the wall. If the Club Alamut had used one of these instead of a roller towel, I'd probably still be stuck in Marib.
Right.
A hand dryer was mounted on the wall. If the Club Alamut had used one of these instead of a roller towel, I'd probably still be stuck in Marib.
Can I take it? No, I can just... Where's my toilet chain? Because I never used the toilet chain. Right, so let's have
It
look
was
at
my
it.
plaster copy of the excavation key. Trouble was, it looked like plaster, and it felt like plaster. On the keyring was a big old key that looked like it might fit the excavation door.
Right. What am I missing, people? Why is my head gone blank? Give him back his keys. I'll see what I can do with the fucking painter, man.
What is it? Here's the keys. Thanks. Merci, monsieur.
Alright, so... What am I supposed to... Why is my mind went blank? I remember this section, I remember what I needed to do, I just can't remember one small step. How did I get to the paint? Right, let's see. Painter... He's smoking.
The painter didn't seem to regard the painting as too important. Not as important as a cigarette break, anyway.
This is not letting me leave, so I have to do this while I'm here. I want the gunmetal grey paint.
Gunmetal paint. Interesting.
Let's see. Can I just quickly drop it in?
Hey, monsieur! Get away from my paint pot!
Okay.
I should think so. Meddling with a man's paint pot. Puh.
Must be something.
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
Has a guy calling himself Merlin been nosing around?
Was he wearing a t-shirt with "My name is Merlin" on it?
I doubt it.
Then how the hell am I supposed to know his name just by looking at him? Huh?
You raise a valid point, my friends. I've shown you everything.
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
Have you ever seen anything like this?
Yes, it's a communion chalice. I know, you know, I used to be an altar boy.
You?
Yes, me. What's so funny about that?
Nothing.
Would explain why he lives putting things in his mouth. And sucking. Oh, come on. Right. Maybe if I tell him I'm an electrician.
Hi again.
What is it?
Do you recognize this name?
Merlin. Non?
Oh, that was a waste.
Hi again.
What is it?
I've got a red nose.
Oh,
There must be something I'm missing.
Hi again.
what
One
is
little
it?
thing I've
This
missed.
gadget is a sewer key.
So it is.
Is there anything I haven't clicked on?
There was a telephone on the far wall.
I've already changed the thermostat. Oh, let's have a look at a dumpster.
A dumpster with some debris in it.
Can I do anything with it? Every time I phone her, she tells me to bugger
Yep.
off.
That was definitely debris. I couldn't see any use for a collection of dirt and half bricks.
Can I put anything in? I'll show you, Chris. Whenever I phone her, she tells me to bugger off.
Killer!
Hi, Nico. It's me. I'm at the excavation site.
Hi, George. What's happening?
I'm at the excavation, but they won't let me
Oh,
in.
working now that you've said it, Chris.
We need to
That's
know
my
what's
third
in
time
there.
phoning her.
Don't worry. I've got a ski.
By the way, I'm wearing a
I'm going
t-shirt
to
that
need your
matches
help,
my
though.
green screen, so if
Okay,
you're
what do you
blend
want
in.
me to do?
I want you to keep somebody on the phone for a while.
Who?
A painter. I need to get at his pot.
Oh, okay.
Stay on the line. I'll go and get him.
It's working now. It just wanted to show me up. I'd phoned her twice already and nothing. Hey, Sunshine, there's a woman that wants you to sext her up on the
Hi,
phone.
it's me again.
What now?
You've got a phone call.
For me? Are you certain?
It's a woman. She sounded hot.
What woman? She must be mistaken, monsieur.
Well, she asked for that hunk of a man with the nicotine fingers and his ass hanging out of his pants.
Certainly sounds like me. Stand back. It wouldn't do to keep the lady from her hunk.
No, you would not. That guy is a lady killer. Just look at him. Right, time to dip my key in the paint.
The plaster key had soaked up the paint nicely, and now looked pretty convincing. Still felt like plaster, though.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Can I go through the rubble now that the man's away? Nope. George is getting zero interest. But this guard is going to like this guy, he's getting shits or something, because he's going back to that toilet.
Well, monsieur, what a strange woman. She was all over me, and then suddenly, nothing but abuse.
Really?
What? Abuse?
Sounds like every woman I've ever been with.
I have a cigarette to finish.
They always start off nice, then the abuse
She
just comes.
calls again. I am not available.
Give me your toilet key.
Hi again.
What is it?
I need a shit.
I need to use the toilet again.
Again? Already?
I have
Don't-
this problem.
Don't judge me.
How technical do you want me to get?
George
Never
can't
mind.
trust his farts,
Here's
okay?
the
He needs
key.
to go to the toilet whenever he feels a fart coming.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Au revoir, monsieur. S'il vous plaît. Bonjour. I know more Italian words than French words, and that's not much.
Quickly and without fuss, I swapped the fake key for the real thing.
Excellent. Now use the hand dryer, so the guy doesn't think you're going out there without washing your hands. Give him back his fake key.
What is it?
I held my breath and hoped that he wouldn't notice the substitution.
Here's the keys. Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
Now all I've got to do is come back at a different point. I've got a key, but the man's right there. I can't just barge my way in.
I didn't think that the guard would just let me waltz past. Besides, I had a hunch that door was locked.
Just use your key.
I couldn't get to the door while the guard was there.
Nico.
Hi, Nico. It's me again.
I'd guessed. What do you want this time?
What did you say to the painter?
I shan't repeat it, Josh.
Look, I need to get the guard out of the way. Could you call back and ask him to get the painter again?
Okay, I'll call back soon.
Excellent. Oof, all your messages are just popping through. There's the chat. Is it still working? It is. Refresh the chat just to make sure.
This looked like a good place to watch things develop.
I stayed downstairs and went in the door.
Hey, you. It's the phone.
Yeah? Who is it?
How should I know? What am I, your social secretary?
It's not a chick, is it?
Yes, it's a woman. Are you going to answer it?
Does she have a warm, sensual voice like molten chocolate?
Yes, yes, she has a really sexy voice. Now get a move on.
I'm not talking to her.
I can see that. You're wasting time talking to me.
No, you don't understand. I refuse to talk to her.
You refuse. You refuse. I'm wasting valuable time.
Don't make me laugh. Your time valuable? You just stand around all day.
I have a highly responsible job. Ha! Don't pardon me, you elephantine oaf. My job is important.
Impossible. They would have hired somebody competent in that case.
Meaning what?
Instead of which they hired a dismal rent-a-cop like you. All epaulettes and no brains.
Why, you...
This looked set to carry on for some time. It was too good
They're
an
going to
opportunity
batter
to
each
miss.
other. Didn't you go, George boy? Guard man is gone. In we go. Oh, heavy change. Let's go have a look at the statue. Looks like there's human bones over there. Were they in the original? Yes, they were.
Now there's a familiar face. There was no doubt about it. It was the same sort of idol I'd seen in Syria, Baphomet. The Templars had certainly been through here.
Let's have a look at the floor.
Close up, the pattern didn't make any sort of sense. It fanned out around an axis point, a kind of focus to one side. In the middle of the floor was a weird mosaic, all swirling and distorted.
I'll put the chalice on the floor. There we go.
And there it was, decoded by the curves of the chalice, the image of a church.
I found out what the chalice was for.
You've solved the puzzle?
Yes, I
Yeah,
did.
There was a distorted picture at the Baphomet site. When I viewed it in the polished surface of the chalice, it changed.
What did it show?
A picture of a church with a square tower.
Oh, there's my chain. Got see my chain?
I brought you a present from Syria.
Oh, George, you shouldn't have bothered. What is it?
This.
A necklace. It's rather heavy.
Ethnic craftsmanship at its most rustic.
Oh, of course, I love it.
You do?
It will always remind me of you.
Alright. I gave the chain to
Let's take another look at the
Gold Gullah.
manuscript. That's the lens I found on Klausner's body in the back of his head.
There's only 3 things to look at now.
That's the clue that led me to the bull's head in Syria. That's the clue that led me to Spain. That's the clue that led me to the statue of Baphomet and the reflection in the chalice.
Alright. Can I go back to Spain now? Sure, the chalice.
Look at the chalice now, Nico.
What happened? It's shiny.
The priest at Montfaucon buffed it up for me.
That's incredible.
It's not the only thing he
looks
buffs.
as good as new.
No. You found a use for a priest. That's incredible.
Oh, she's
I guess I'd
not
better
wrong.
return the chalice to the Countess.
Hurry back, George.
Here we go. See ya. I don't know why I speak to her again, but I want to shock her. I got a trophy, Baphomet's secret.
Hello, my handsome friend.
Would you like to shake my hand?
No, I wouldn't. I can see the future, remember?
Baguette war. Huh. Ah, fuck it, I'll talk to you.
Have you seen anyone out here watching Mademoiselle Collar's apartment?
Yes, I have. A strange man, tall and thin as a broomstick. He kept his face hidden, but I saw his eyes peering from evil little slits.
How
It
was
is a
he
trademark.
A long brown raincoat with a hat.
Or like Humphrey Bogart?
Yes, but he didn't have Bogart's charisma. Besides, this guy looked like he needed a toilet. You never saw Bogart clenching his buttocks like that.
What?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
What a hunk.
He's a killer.
I can see that. His eyes say it all.
So who
See you
is
later.
watching her house?
That's right, monsieur. You will.
Would it be Andre? Right. Can I go to Spain yet? I can. I can give her back her chalice. It's still watering away, I see.
I'd been planning to return the chalice anyway, but I hadn't expected the trail to bring me here.
the Villa de Vasconcelos was as picturesque as ever. The weather was still clear, and Lopez was still watering the damn lawn. I was beginning to suspect that he was surgically attached to that hose. Hi there, Lopez. How's tricks?
Senor Stobart, how pleasant to see you. You are well.
Fine, thanks. Is the Countess in?
She is waiting for you. I will show you up.
It's okay, I know the way.
Senor Stobart, I feel I owe you an apology.
Apology?
don't.
I was impolite on our first meeting.
Look, Lopez, just forget about it. I came on like a snake oil merchant. I wouldn't have trusted me in your shoes.
You do not understand. Finding the chalice has given my lady a new lease of life. It's a marvel. She smiles, she laughs. The tradesmen are saying that she is on Prozac.
Ha. Well, she might be on Prozac. How do you know she isn't? Lopez. How do you know she isn't? I look like the damn Teletubbies, son. With a beard. Can I go in there and mess with his hose?
It was just a little utility room with no exit, unless you counted the window, and I didn't.
Never mind. Let's have a look at that chandelier.
A big chandelier, studded with plain white candles. Probably pretty impressive when all lit up. And it must keep the moth population down.
Up the stairs. Shock, shock, shocker.
Senor Stobart, oh, what a pleasure. Please, sit down.
Hi, Countess. The pleasure's all mine. I've brought back your chalice.
I did that.
Why? You've had it cleaned.
Yeah, I met an obliging priest with a soft cloth.
Have you resolved the Templar mystery?
No, not yet. I don't even know what it is I'm after.
There are many stories of the knight secreting great wealth away.
Whatever. All I know is I don't want the bad guys to get it.
Ah, to be young and live in a world of moral absolutes.
How are you doing, hen?
There's something else
Why
that I
is my
discovered
phone still
carved
blowing
on
up?
Don Carlos's tomb. Biblical references.
What are the references, Senor Stobart?
Psalms 32:7, Corinthians.
I am not a good enough scholar to know the Bible, chapter and verse. I meant, what are the quotations?
You know, I forgot to ask the priest. I discovered something amazing with that chalice. In Paris, I found a church where they recognized the coat of arms. I found the tomb of Don Carlos de Vasconcelos.
You are sure? There can be no mistake?
The coat of arms on the chalice matches the one on the tomb.
Incredible. You have my most profound thanks. I must go there as soon as possible.
Yeah? Well, I'd be happy to show you the city.
Okay, has this man been around?
Do you recognize this man?
No, I have never seen him before in my life. Who is he?
I've got a couple of names for him, but they're probably false. He's the killer.
No, his face is utterly unfamiliar.
Time to leave.
I'll have a look around if that's okay.
My home is your home. I shall remain here.
Thank you, Countess. Let's have a look out that window.
It was a large window with shutters. From the window, I could see some sort of balcony. It didn't look like it was used too often. From the window, I could see the garden, including Lopez, who was still watering the damn thing.
Well, I know where I'm going. I am going to the mausoleum.
I doubted the Templars had hidden anything in there.
Because if memory serves, there's something hidden in a candle. My memory doesn't serve that often, but when it comes to Broken Sword, it serves up a damn treat. Oh, it's gorgeous. Come on, make your way to the mausoleum. Hopefully it's not locked. Otherwise, I'll have to go ask wee Lopez. Was that his name, Lopez, or I forgot his real name already? Never mind, door's open. That candle right there.
Hanging from the ceiling was a huge yellowed candle. It looked really old and had never been lit. I couldn't reach up there.
Grab the pole. I've got a Bible.
It was the Spanish Bible I borrowed from the mausoleum.
Can I close the window and open another one? It's in the candle. I know something's in the candle. I can't remember what's in the candle, but something is in that candle. Let's have a look at that roof.
I wasn't about to go clambering on rooftops if I didn't have to.
Ah, you're a wuss. Big old wussy boy, Georgia boy. Okay, let's talk to Mr. Lopez quickly. See if he's got anything to say. Maybe he's seen Mr. Carton.
Hi,
I
Lopez.
daily just look like a
Got a
floating
minute?
head today.
Certainly, senor.
Because this
How
t-shirt.
can I help you?
Do you recognize this man?
No.
No bother. Talk about the chalice.
What's the story behind the chalice vanishing?
When the Inquisition raided, in the absence of Don Carlos, it was believed that they had taken it. Naturally, they denied the charge, as they denied taking the children.
The
And
children.
naturally, nobody believed them.
But they were telling the truth. The chalice was hidden from them. You don't suppose they were telling the truth about the children as well, do you?
Madre de Dios! I had not thought of that. But then what happened to them?
I don't know. If the Inquisition didn't take them, then who did?
You must speak to my lady of these.
Count on it. So the
Hello.
Countess feels that the curse is lifted.
I would not put it so strongly. Your discovery of the chalice was proof that the Templars never abandoned the de Vasconcelos. It counts for a great deal with my lady.
No bother, son.
Catch you later,
I
Lopez.
need to take the Spanish
Adios,
Bible to her
Dios
because
toba.
I don't think Georgia boy speaks Spanish. I almost said I don't think he speaks Spain, but I managed to translate it in my head enough that that was wrong. Terribly wrong. Up the stairs, talk to an old woman. I remember what happened to the children.
Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
there's still the mystery of the missing chess piece.
I do not think that it will ever be discovered unless the fate of the children is revealed.
The Inquisition were suspected of taking the chalice and the kids, right? We know now they were innocent of the first crime. What if
They did not take the children either? Then what happened to them?
the Inquisition admitted to killing Don Carlos's manservant? Now, this guy had been told to protect the kids at all costs, right?
That is correct.
I think he hid them, and the chalice, when he got wind that the Inquisition was coming. With him dead, and Don Carlos driven mad with grief, there was nobody left who knew the secret. You know what this means, don't you?
I fear so. The children are still here somewhere. If this is so, then it is small wonder that the de Vasconcelos are cursed.
Yes. Here's a Bible.
Here's the Bible from the mausoleum.
Very well. Let us begin. The first reference.
Psalms 32:7.
Thou art my hiding place. Thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with songs of deliverance. My hiding place.
Don't get your hopes up too high. This might just be leading us to where we found the chalice.
You are right, of course. The next.
Okay, John 4:11.
John 4:11.
11.
The well is deep. The next. Quickly.
Okay. Corinthians 4:5.
Here it is. Will bring to light the hidden things. Any more?
Just one. Psalms again. 22:21.
22,
Save
21.
me from the lion's mouth, for thou hast heard me from the horns of the unicorns. The last is confusing. Lions, unicorns, what does it mean?
I can't guess.
Salient points seem to be a hiding place and a deep well. In no sense is their mausoleum a well, Senor Stobart.
Is there a well in the grounds?
I do not know. I suppose that there must have been once upon a time. Lopez is the man to ask about anything pertaining to the estate.
To Lopez.
I'll just have another look around.
Very well.
Shaka. Wonder if I go back there, the dogs start barking again. Lopez, you still watering that damn garden? Bet you are. Right.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Has there been a well? I'm pretty sure it's right
You
up there
must
where
know
that
just
pantry
about
is.
everything that there is to know about this place.
See, I have lived my whole life here in the service of the de Vasconcelos.
Do you know of a well anywhere around here?
Well, si, senor. This used to be a fortified villa. How can you last a siege without water?
Great. So where is it?
How should I know? The well was covered over in the last century. It was dangerous, you see.
And you have no idea where it was?
None. It was hidden even before my grandfather's time.
I need one of the wee stick kings.
You must have a
Darwin
vague
Rod.
idea of where the well is.
It must have been in the old house's courtyard, so that would put it around here.
Here? Okay. Now, how do we find it?
There might be a way. Let me think about it.
Any ideas yet?
Not as yet, Senor Stobart. I shall give it more thought.
Any ideas yet?
Not as yet,
I
Senor
need you some time,
Stobart.
don't I?
I shall give it more thought.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Stobart.
I'm sure it's around about up here. I'm gonna go check out the mausoleum one more time. Mausoleum, talk to the old bitch, then back to Lopez. And we go. Let's have a look at the lectern again.
Now that it had given up its secret, the glass squares in the lectern were just decorative again. High up in the dome were windows. I guess they might open them to make it less stuffy in there.
Can't get that candle yet. Back to the woman, then back to Lopez. Ba 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 ba. Senior Stobart. Anything around the side of the house? Nope. Phone's still blowing up. Let's go talk to the woman. You naughty, naughty woman, a woman, a woman. You are a naughty man, naughty, naughty man. Naughty, naughty woman, a woman, a woman. I'll do anything, you'll do anything.
Now what the hell was I going to do with a hog's head?
What could
There was
you
a
not
boar's
do
head
with
over the
Hog's Head?
fire. It didn't look very happy. Must be hard to look happy when you're wearing a chimney breast.
Yeah, I suppose, Georgie boy. Logs? Do you want some logs?
Now, what would I want with a bunch of logs?
I didn't say a bunch, just had to take a log. Ren and Stimpy taught us that log is a great present. Let's have a swatch at the bookcase and speak to her.
I didn't recognize any of the titles, apart from an ancient edition of Don Quixote.
Right, you. Spill your guts.
Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
Be my guest, be my guest. Made from real
Do you know
glitter
what this
chips.
is?
No, it looks very practical, though.
Got my nose.
Does this red nose mean anything to you?
No, dear. El Flojo.
Who the heck is El Flojo?
Life is appalling enough without wasting time on him. Trust me.
Got to buzz you.
I don't suppose you know how to recharge an electrical vibrator, do you?
What an extraordinary request.
Don't knock it. This thing saved my life in Syria. I don't
Electrical
suppose
vibrator.
you know how to recharge an electrical vibrator, do you?
What an extraordinary request.
Don't knock it. This thing saved my life in Syria. I'll have a look around if that's okay.
My home is your home. I shall remain here.
Let's go talk to Lopez again. But that's just made me think of something. Can you get an electric hand buzzer? Because it's always been the wee vibrating ones. Vibrating. Vibrating. You can get an electric one. Oh, I know. I'm buying next payday. talk to Lopez, see if he's figured it out yet.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Oh, my finger's just constantly
Certainly,
cracked.
senor. How can I help you?
Any ideas yet?
Not as yet, Senor Stobart. I shall give it more thought.
Would you like to shake hands?
I do not think so, senor.
This
Come
lab
on.
pass mean anything to you?
Nothing.
How do we get him to figure it
Catch
out?
you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Stobart.
I'm pretty sure we can't leave until we've done this section. We just can't go back to Paris and jump back here. Or can we? No, we
It was the
can.
driveway down to the main road. I didn't want to leave just yet, though.
Never mind. Right, there must be one thing that I've not triggered to make him
Mausoleum,
figure
summer
it out.
house. Easy mistake to make.
Get those water effects back in the day. Didn't want to go all the way there. I wanted to look at it from a distance. Okay, what did I... What am I missing? What am I missing? What if I forget? There's always one small little detail that I'm forgotten. In fairness though, when it came to the painter man, it just wasn't working until Chris mentioned Nicole. Do I need to find a book on, what's it called? Water dowsing? I'm sure that's what it's called, water dowsing. Downing? Maybe? It ends with a D, I can figure it out somehow, it's a D. Let's have a look. Do the dogs bark? No, they do not want me there. Let's even go in there. There must be a tool that I can find.
It was just a little utility room with no exit.
No.
Unless you counted the window. It was a metal rod with a handle at one end and a short cross piece at the other.
I wondered what happened there. Okay, what can I do with the mirror?
The mirror from Lopez's utility room. Yep, I was still looking great.
Oh wait, I think I know what to do with this mirror. Can I attach that to the hook and make a reflection to light the candle? Because the children won't be found until that piece is found. That's what she said. Stole your mirror, Lopez. You're right not to trust me. I know I turned it on to make him go these long journeys to get to the next screen, but I prefer it. That's what I grew up with. I'm going to walk around here. Just double check, there's nothing here.
The De Vasconcelos Mausoleum, where 5 Templars lie.
Can I climb on it?
I didn't want to mess with the building.
In we go. Can I attach the mirror to the pole? Let's reopen that window. statue. But mirror plus. And at that point, a point and click game where you're just using every item on everything. Can't do anything to this window. Nope.
It was a rod with a cone and a hook on the end. I guessed it was for snuffing out the big candle in the chandelier. The mirror from Lopez's utility room. Yep, I was still looking great.
I can't use a mirror on anything in here.
George Stobart, grave robber. No, I don't think so.
Right. Maybe he's figured it out now that I've stole his mirror. Speak to Mr. Lopez.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Figured it out yet?
Any ideas yet?
Not as yet, senor.
Oh, come on.
Stobart. I shall give it more thought.
I borrowed your mirror. I hope you don't mind.
No, senor. If you think it will be of help.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, senor Stobart.
Mirror of the villa. Get it slightly rhymes. Right, we're going to her room with the mirror. Why can't I remember this section? Other than the outcome of the section. I just can't remember how to achieve it.
I wasn't going to put on the armor, and I couldn't see anything else to do with it.
Right, we're going upstairs. Then once we get up there, I'll realise I've not saved the game in a while. Up the stairs you go, Georgie boy. Right, is there anywhere to sit in the mirror, maybe? A fireplace.
It was way too warm to light the fire. The fire was made up and ready, waiting for the year to turn cold.
Mirror and clock.
I doubted the Templars had hidden anything in there. An old grandfather clock stood against the wall. I didn't recognize any of the titles, apart from an ancient edition of Don Quixote. There was a bookcase, bureau kind of affair.
Right. Countess, let's have a wee talk.
Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
You must have some information for me.
Does this mean anything to you?
Nothing at all.
I'll just have another look around.
Very well.
I feel like I've made a mistake. Or missed one
From the
small
window,
little thing.
I could see some sort of balcony. It didn't look like it was used too often. It was a large window with shutters. The Countess de Vasconcellos seemed a lot happier than the last time we met.
What am I missing? Let's have a look at this Templar shield.
I came here to solve a mystery, not go jousting. Military hardware, medieval style.
There's nothing in this room of use to me.
I couldn't go up there. I didn't want a pot plant. There was a big aspidistra sitting on a table in the hall.
Must be some big mounted
I
head.
didn't want an example of the taxidermist's art.
Oh, come on, Georgia boy. I know I'm supposed to walk about with wee sticks, I'm pretty sure at one point. But I just need to wait till he figures it out. There's something up there shining. Or am I seeing things? Hose.
I didn't like the idea of carrying 30 yards of hose around me, so I left it alone.
Can I interact with it this time? What again? Right, nothing here. Let's try talking to him again. Anything over here? My arm is twitching. I'm hoping that's out of stress than anything else. Oh, that is twitching bad. What am I missing? What am I missing, people? I think I've tried almost every interaction I could think of. What am I missing?
The statue on the top of the building looked like the one in the Parisian church. He seemed to be looking out to sea. For what? I wasn't about to go clambering on rooftops if I didn't have to.
There's a black mark in the sea over there.
I couldn't climb up there without breaking something.
All right. Go ask the man if he's got a ladder then. It's a shame that we can't quite see the statue. So look at that statue.
Over
then.
the doorway, was a statue of a hooded figure bearing a cross. It looked kind of sinister.
Do you see the little black mark there? Is that part of the background? Part of me was thinking it was maybe my TV, but no, it's moving with the background. A little black mark there.
Down below the estate, I could see the sea stretching away. It was a beautiful sight, and looked a lot like the scene from the manuscript. I wanted to go swimming, but I didn't have the time.
Right. But what am I missing? Anyone get any ideas what I'm missing? Before I go insane in the membrane?
Lopez, one man and his hose.
Let's try talking to him again. Hopefully he's figured something out. While I walk around and look at everything.
Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Any ideas yet?
Not as yet, senor Stobar.
Me?
I shall give it more thought.
I know what it is I need to do, it's just that he's not figuring it
Look at
out.
this tissue.
Why?
I'd like your opinion on it.
Okay. It has some sort of oily deposit on it.
That's grease paint.
Oh, I wouldn't like that on my face. It stinks of solvent. Stray spark, and your head might blow up.
I don't think it's quite that flammable.
Good to know.
I don't suppose this red nose means anything to you, does it?
Ah, El Flojo.
El who?
El Flojo. He is a clown on state television.
Oh, is he any good?
He is as funny as scabies, without the laughs.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Tobar.
Gotta try one thing. Maybe put the hanky on the end of the pole, maybe light the candle. Since it's so flammable. Oh, something's happening. He's actually getting up to it. Finally!
No, that was a silly idea. I decided to think things through.
Wait, I could do it onto the candle. It's already lit. Ah, there we go. Genius! I need to close the window because I think it blew the candle out. There you go. Come on, Georgia boy. Bingo, we've got some music. The Does he just stand here and watch the candle melt?
The candle had burnt brilliantly, but only for a couple of minutes. Some kind of special formulation, I guess. And had yielded up this. A complex shape expertly cut in stone. I figured it was some kind of key. It was a smooth, intricately carved piece of stone that had been concealed inside the great candle.
Right, let's go talk to Lopez. He's bound to have an idea now that we've triggered something. Or do I need to go show this to the woman first? Does anyone get any, like, their fingers going really stiff and sore and they need to crack it to relieve the pain and remove the pain and your fingers are all back to normal, but then it slowly starts to build up again until you crack them again? Does anyone else get that? I've been getting a lot of that in the last couple of weeks. But one finger in particular just doesn't want to crack.
Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Look what I found.
Do you know what this is?
No, senor. Is it some kind of key?
Yeah, I think it probably is.
Where did you get it?
It was hidden inside the big candle in the mausoleum.
And you burnt it? I wondered what the light was I saw through the window. My lady will be furious. The candle was centuries old.
Ah.
You figured anything out?
Any ideas yet?
We are looking for a source of water, see?
Yes.
For generations, the Spanish country folk have had a secret way of locating water, even if it is meters beneath the ground.
Ah, you're not talking about water dousing, are you?
Dousing, yes.
Eh?
You know, you get a stick and walk around until the stick twitches and dig there.
Oh, you've heard of it.
Yeah, I think most of the planet has. Okay, let's get a stick.
Uno momento. It must be a special stick. A Y of hazel.
Right. Do you have any hazel trees?
See, here. That is hazel.
Where did you point
Catch you
to?
later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Toba.
Let's go get a Y stick then.
I went over to find a suitable stick.
I don't believe it.
There wasn't a single usable Y-shaped branch on the whole damn thing. So that was what a hazel tree looks like.
Son of a bitch. Is there one round the corner before I go in the house? Ah, there we go.
I went over to find a suitable stick.
Aha!
Aha! Right, before I go find the... what do you call it? Well, I'm going to go show the woman her thing and tell her that I burnt her extremely old candle. It's still working? Yep. Yes, it is. I'm paranoid now that the stream is just going to randomly stop like it did earlier. My phone has been blowing up since literally all morning. No messages from people. As soon as I decide to go live, my phone's been going mental. Look what I found, Hen. It's a rock butt plug.
Hello again. What do you make of this?
It looks like some sort of key. Where did you get it from?
It was buried inside the great candle in the mausoleum.
Inside it? What have you done to it?
I, lit it.
But it is irreplaceable.
Listen, the candle was to be lit in case of Moorish attack, right? Well, it burnt down in no time and revealed this key thing. Maybe that was the real purpose of lighting the candle.
What are you suggesting?
that lighting the candle was the equivalent of break glass in case of emergency.
Sentiment must not stand in the way of solving this mystery. You did the right thing.
Right, let's go look for some water.
I'll have a look around if that's okay.
My home is your home. I shall remain here.
I'm surprised in Spain that candle didn't melt on a really hot day. Considering it's in a small condensed mausoleum that would get very hot in the summer. Right, man, let's go look for the well.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Well, I got my divining rod. Now what?
Simplicity itself, senor. Hold the wand at the upper ends of the Y. Apply a little tension with your wrists so that the slightest movement of the wand tip is clear, and walk slowly and steadily over the area.
Sounds easy enough. We'll find this well in no time.
I stopped watering. We siesta. On darts. Oh, you got one in the circle.
Senor Stobart, you found something.
This is it. This is where we find the secret of
Phone
the
is still
Templars.
blowing up.
Hidden here for hundreds of years. Lost from the sight of man until now. The mystery is revealed.
It's a tin can.
I've been walking up and down with a twig in my hands, looking for a tin can.
It had water in it. That's what the dowsing stick must have detected.
I'd have to check with an archaeologist, but I don't think the Templars left that.
In truth, Senor Stobart, the loan was laid many, many years ago. This can could date back to the Napoleonic Wars.
Get rid of it and I'll try it again.
Lopez threw the can away. It seemed to fall an awfully long way. The splash at the end confirmed what we both suspected. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
It has
I knew it was
been
up in
here
these
all the
bushes.
time. All those years and nobody found it.
Stood in awe for a moment, marveling at the secrets all around us.
I could have fallen down that.
It's true, you could have fallen down that. I'm down the well.
The well had
Alright.
been lost for decades at least. The air was cool after the noon sun, but that's not what gave me goosebumps. I have a really, really bad feeling about this.
Let's go look at the lion's head.
A great stone lion's head with a gaping maw full of fangs. As far as I knew, nobody had cast eyes upon it for centuries as it stood, waiting in the cool shadows. The words of the psalm kept running through my head. Save me from the lion's mouth.
Let's use my key then.
From a distance, the lion's head had been impressive. Close up, it was frightening. Hey, one of the fangs is a separate piece. I could hear the sound of a lot of stone moving. and I knew I was in danger.
Jump over here. That's close to dying, Stowart.
Oh, very funny, you psychos. Signor Stover! Signor Stover!
Yes.
Are you all right? It's okay, Lopez. I'm fine. Que susto me has dado. You gave me a scare.
Nice try, Templars.
Into the darkness we go.
I wish that I had Leary's flashlight now. It just felt like a pitted stone wall. I'd almost been killed for the sake of a red herring.
I know what to do. Right. There we go. The mirror and the well shaft. Got to say it's a shaft.
There, in the middle of the door, I could see some kind of socket. It looked like this wasn't quite the dead end it had seemed.
Let's go shove this in the wee hole.
Open sesame! Another secret door.
In we go. Time to die. Well, it's the children.
Before I left, though, there was one last thing to do. You won't be needing that replacement piece anymore, Countess. I found it with the children. You'll probably want to be alone for a while. I'll be out in the garden with Lopez.
Oh dear. My phone is going mental. What's going on? It's a group chat. Oh, Andre.
George, welcome back.
Chilling in my spot.
It's good to see you again.
Is it?
Sure. What did you find in Spain?
Without Andre, we wouldn't have got this far, George.
Yeah, I know. The clues led to an underground chamber at the bottom of a well. The Templars had left a tapestry showing...
Shame he doesn't have a
chessboard.
smartphone. Could
The
take
white
pictures.
pieces were vastly outnumbered. There was a stream running across the board, and a Templar knight on a horse.
Does it mean anything to you, Andre?
No, nothing.
Maybe we should tell Andre what else you found, George.
There's a map and a Latin inscription to
A
the west
Latin
at
inscription.
the edge of the world.
George found that in a cave in Syria.
Yeah, where the assassin almost killed me.
Then we have got the burning of Jacques de Molay and the date, 1314.
From the window of the church in Montfaucon Square, one of the few places where nobody tried to kill me.
Then we have the image of a church that George found at the excavation. I don't recall anyone trying to kill you there either, George.
And finally we have the tapestry in Spain. Did I mention I almost got killed there?
Not yet, but I'm sure you're about to.
It was only my cat-like reflexes that saved me from certain death.
Cat-like reflexes, eh?
And while I was risking life and limb, where were you, Andre? Getting your glasses fogged up over an Etruscan vase?
That's enough, boys. Can we get back to saving the world?
Of course. My apologies.
He started it.
Well, the Latin phrase are the words of Julius Caesar. He was describing the island of Britain.
Are you sure? The map didn't look much like Britain.
How come Caesar described Britain as being at the edge of the world?
To the Romans, the Mediterranean was the center of the universe. Britain was a remote, unfriendly place, inhabited by blue-painted savages.
It hasn't changed much.
They've stopped painting themselves blue.
Except when they go to a football match.
They used an extract from a plant called woad, Icetis tinctoria. The Scots were using it until fairly recently in the wars with the English.
Fairly recently? I don't recall the Scots being at war with the English. How recently are you talking about?
I believe William Wallace's men used it in the 13th century. They might well have been using it as late as...
You can't remember, can you?
1314.
Ah, we're back onto that, are we?
Andre, what is it? What do you mean?
1314 in Scotland. The Battle of Bannockburn.
That would explain the stream on the chessboard. That's what a burn is. Right, Andre? As in Bannockburn?
Right, George. And it gets better. Tradition has it that the Scots were helped by a shock force of, well...
Templar?
Can't you guess?
Not Templar?
Yes, a group of outlawed Templars. They are said to have turned the tide for the Scots.
And it all ends at a church in the Isle of Britain at Bannockburn in a church.
What are we waiting for? I'll call a cab.
Thank you, Nicole.
I can't go.
Why not?
Andre, you've been loads of help, but...
What George is trying to say is that you shouldn't feel guilty.
I was?
We understand you've got commitments.
Everybody's got
we
commitments.
Have to hurry. Let's go, George.
We'll see it through. Oh, and, don't worry about us.
Alright, we're going to Scotland. Place I know very well. I remember learning about the Battle of Bannockburn in school. Don't remember a thing about it, but I do remember learning about it.
Oh, it must be dawn.
Oh, I guess so. And we must be nearly there. Somewhere, out there in the dark, is Scotland. We've come a long way together to get here.
Yeah.
Yes, we have.
Let's hope it was worth it.
How are you doing, Nicole?
There's something I've been meaning to say to you, Nico.
Is this the right time and place, George?
There might not be another time. I don't want to waste this chance.
You don't
want
need
you.
to say anything. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. But here, with you. Now.
She dripping like a knackered fridge.
You're exhausted. Why don't you get some sleep?
Sleep? At a time like this?
Excited, huh?
Would you like something to help you sleep, dearie? I've got some tablets in my bag.
Oh, no. Thank you.
Thanks all the same, ma'am.
Actually, looks like proper train tickets we get here.
Do you want to look after this ticket?
Not me. I don't want to get involved with the British Railways official.
Right. I'm going to save the game quickly. I'm going to overwrite this save. And I'm also going to make a new save data for myself later on. Let's have a look at
She
Nicole.
was as beautiful as ever, but the shadows beneath her eyes marked the strain of the last few days.
It really does look like... Let's have a look at the old
The
lady.
old lady reminded me of my grandmother, except, of course, that this old lady was still alive.
Let's talk
Pardon
to the
me?
old lady.
Yes, my dear.
Do you know what time we're due in Stirling?
6:15, but we're running 8 minutes late.
That's very specific.
What's the book you're reading?
Oh, it's something I picked up at the station. A medieval detective story. Quite well written for that kind of thing. It's been out of print for years.
What's the title of the book?
The Crooked Crusader Caper by Molly Pegram. I assumed the author was a woman, but apparently not. His real name is...
Professor Nigel Pegram.
That's right. Do you know him?
No, I never met him.
George is a great fan of his, though.
Do you know Sterling well?
Yes, I do. Is that where you two lovebirds abound?
Yeah, we...
It's one of the places we thought we'd see on our holiday.
Be sure to visit the castle, won't you?
Oh, I'm sure it's a neat place. But we are not really interested in history, are we, George?
No.
I suppose espresso bars and boogie-woogie are more your cup of tea.
That's right. There's nothing George enjoys more than a good boogie.
Who doesn't enjoy a boogie woogie?
Is there a church called St. Ninian's at Sterling?
Yes, there is. And I know why you're going there.
You do?
Of course I do. It's obvious you're in love. You're eloping, and they say romance is dead.
What kind of accent is that supposed to be?
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
A manhole lifting key.
You knew that?
Of course. I never leave home without one.
You're joking.
What use would an old lady have for such a thing?
Ha.
Would you believe that this clown's nose led us to being on this train tonight?
I would indeed.
No, honestly, You would?
Certainly. You have an honest face.
Have you ever seen this man before?
An interesting-looking fellow.
Interesting. He's a killer.
And that's not interesting?
Good point.
Do you know what this is?
Yes, I do. A young friend of mine shook my hand with one just the other day.
Yeah? Well, that's outrageous. He should be shot.
Perhaps. Still, his intentions were good.
Does the name Merlin mean anything to you?
Merlin, a master of illusions. Oh, you said Merlin? Then no, nothing.
Nothing else to say to her.
The old lady reminded me of my grandmother. Except, of course, that this old lady was still alive.
Let's go for a wee walk.
Where are you going, George?
Do I need to spell it out?
Don't snap at me. If you're going to take a leak, why don't you say so?
Okay, I'm going to take a leak. L-E-A-K.
Tickets, please.
Oh, hi.
That's a standard full-price peak return. Don't you have a senior citizen's rail card?
I rarely travel by train. My ticket is perfectly valid, is it not?
Well, yeah, but you could have saved up to a third of the cost.
I do not need to indulge in puffling thriftiness.
Blimey, you're a funny old bird and no mistake. Tickets, please, sir.
Here.
Go show him
Off
the
to
ticket.
Sterling, eh?
Yes, we are.
Well, I hope you won't be disappointed. It's a miserable place this time of year. Still, there's plenty of pubs and a lovely view from the castle.
Thank you.
Don't think I've ever been to Stirling.
I don't want to worry you, but there was
My auntie
something
lives there. I should
familiar
really go and
about
visit.
that guy.
Are you sure? You're tired. Perhaps you're mistaken.
Maybe. But I didn't like the look in his eyes when he spoke to you. Pardon me.
Yes, dear.
Nope, nothing else to say. My phone is going mental.
Can't
Oh,
you
just
sit
hit my
still,
knee.
George?
I need to go to the John.
While you're there, check out the buffet car, George. Unthinkable though it is, I am hungry enough to eat English food.
I've never been on a train
Okay.
with compartments like this before, though. I'd love to go on a train with compartments like this, though. It'd be nice and roomy. Oh, that's right, the drunk guy. Pretty sure he's a Newcastle supporter.
The man's face was blotched and unshaven. I guess he'd been traveling all night.
No, it says Newcastle.
Red-rimmed eyes stared fish-like above his
Scarf.
broken nose.
Oh, yeah.
Hi. Having a party?
No, this is breakfast. Come on, join us, man. Wait, Basha, wake up, man. What's company?
His breath was like the outlet from a chemical factory.
Excuse my mate, he's taking a nap. Sleeping like a bobby. I'll wake him up when we get to Newcastle.
We passed through Newcastle half an hour ago.
And I never noticed.
What is that stuff you're drinking? It smells like gasoline.
Right, I'll put tears in your chest, like.
And your eyeballs, too, by the looks of you.
Have you ever seen this man before?
Aye, man, he's chalky white and I claim my 10 quid, like.
No, he's an international assassin, and he goes by the name Khan.
Well, aye, man, but I was close, you know.
Were you? Shake my hand.
Do you know what this is?
No, man, what is it?
It's a hand buzzer.
You won't catch me out with that, pal.
If I'd wanted to catch you out, I wouldn't have shown it to you, would I?
Well, maybe it's his mate, pal. Like a clever double bluff, you know.
See you later.
Go back. There's an empty car. That's rubbish. Broken window. This looks more like something you'd find in a UK train. Just destruction. Cole and the old lady are still chilling. Which way do I want to go? Left or right? I'm going to go to the right. Normally I'd go to the left. Right, it wants me to go to the right. Never mind. I'd love to go on a train like this. I've never seen one like that in person, though.
It was the door to a sleeping compartment.
Yeah, we chap.
The door was locked. The door was locked.
Would you say him all the way up?
Oh, no. That gangster creep from the hotel, Guido. Well, he didn't scare me.
Hey, Buster. This is a no-smoking car.
Okay, maybe he did scare me. It got worse. I suddenly realized who the conductor had reminded me of. Eklund, Marquet's murderer. Guido looked like a weasel in a cheap suit. He also looked like the kind of man who wouldn't lose much sleep over murder.
Let's go back. Keep them back, son. 2 seconds, we'll check something. So I'm sure I'll climb out a window at some point. Oh! My arse has gone to sleep. Something fierce. Nicole and the old woman are gone.
I should have known better than to leave Nico and the old lady alone. Suddenly, the sword of Baphomet took second place to finding the girl I loved.
I should stop calling her Nicole. Her name's Nico. I know it's Nico. Climb out their window. Yes.
Didn't open that window, pal. Why not? It's freezing out there. Leave it alone, man.
Right. How can I convince him to let me open the window?
Hey, buddy. Did you see what happened to the young woman in the next compartment?
No, pal, I didn't. Have you lost her, like?
She's disappeared. The old lady, too. I think they're in trouble.
Oh, yeah, man, an old lady, too.
Yeah. You gotta help me.
Maybe they went to the toilet, like.
I don't think so.
They never go on their own. Always in pairs, you know.
No, she's been abducted, I'm sure. I've got to go look for her.
What's stopping you, pal?
The conductor. He's not what he seems.
You want to avoid him, like?
That's about it, yeah.
No problem.
Listen, I need your help.
What's the matter?
There's a guy on this train who's trying to kill me.
Relax, man. You wouldn't try nothing with us in Basharia. We are veterans, like, so action at Brightlingsea.
I don't recall the British Army being involved in a conflict at anywhere called Brightlingsea.
Well, you just take it from me, pal. You're in safe hands.
Thank you.
See you later.
Don't do it, pal. Don't jump.
I don't intend to jump. I'm going to climb on top of the train.
You're kidding, aren't you?
Just watch me.
Let's do it. Oh no, the power lines would instantly kill you.
Hold on there, pal. I'll give you a hand, like.
Most unrealistic part of the game. A Newcastle fan putting down their drink. I think I just got myself killed. I did. Touched the electric line. Let's try it again.
Hold on there, pal. I'll give you a hand, like.
Up you go, come on. Maybe I should go that way. Nope. This way. Go this way, Georgie boy, you won't die instantly. I don't know if you figured out how you're going to get back down. Ah, set on ladders. Yeah, there goes Flap. Oh, there goes me. And I'm being buried. My phone is... My arm is vibrating like mad. I don't know what's going on with it. It doesn't hurt, but... Can't go any further, so I do need to go down. And I know I'm very, very close to the end of the game.
Let's talk this over like reasonable people, Eklund. I can explain everything.
Nope, don't talk to the man. Alright, what do I do here again? Skip that. Continue. Right. Wait, I tried that already, didn't I? Skipping, get back here. There must be something. What? Oh, I know what to do. I remember.
I'd always wanted to stop a train, and now was my chance.
Ah,
You saved our lives, but why?
We were always on the same side, Stobart. Different causes, but a common enemy.
The Knights
you were
Templar?
the enemy.
Don't call them that. The real Templars were a noble foe. These barbarians have no right to that name. These men are no better than dogs.
What are the Neo-Templars after? What is the Sword of Baphomet?
Not what you think, my friend. It is a weapon, yes, but one which our enemies will find difficult to wield. A double-edged sword. A power older than Dimolay, older than Solomon.
We'll stop them. You and me together. And Nico.
No, George. My journey ends soon at the Garden of Paradise.
You're talking in riddles. Can't you tell me straight what they're after?
The sword symbolizes a colossal energy caused by the alignment of the Earth's natural power fields,
Which are focused at St. Ninian's.
the energy endowed the Templars with the power which made them great. A power which made them charismatic to such an extent they could control the will of all around them.
How did you escape from the bull's head?
It is a long walk from the cliff of the bull to the village, Stobart. Fortunately, I know the ways of the wilderness. Also, I have a sister who keeps a garage just around the corner.
Ah. What, your ball?
Maybe not.
May Allah guide you to our enemies.
Thanks.
One last thing.
What? What is it? He's dead.
Talk to me, damn it.
The guy was a professional killer. The last thing he deserved was sympathy. I had to admit it, though. I was sorry he'd ended up this way.
Don't even think about it, George.
What? Who?
Look me straight in the eye and tell me you weren't thinking of using that axe on Eklund.
Don't be foolish, woman. I was gonna use it on you.
Don't even think about it, George.
What? Who?
Look me straight in the eye and tell me you weren't thinking of using that axe on Eklund.
Don't be foolish, woman. I was gonna use it on you. Underneath that heap of tumbled crates was Eklund. I wasn't about to help him out.
Can I not do anything to...
The
Nicole?
rear exit was barred and padlocked.
Alright, let's go, Nicole.
Where do you think you're going?
Don't worry, I hadn't forgotten about you.
And tell me this instant, George Stobart.
I will, when I'm ready.
You flopped.
Oh, that's not fair, George.
No.
You took advantage while my hands were tied.
And you loved it.
That gun at me, I thought I was gonna die. I thought of all the things I'd never get to do, and kissing you was at the top of my list.
George,
Uh-huh.
George, we've got to get off the train. Eklund could recover at any time.
So what are we waiting for?
Let's roll. And she sounded like she was ready to
What are
drop
you
her
doing?
panties
I'm
and
out of
everything.
here.
Not that door. Do you want to end up like Flap?
Not especially. What remains of him is well on his way back to London. I hope he was traveling on a return ticket.
Alright, back up to the roof we go. How do we know what direction's the right direction? Oh, looks so good. Oh, just like home. Scotland. That reminds me a bit that's up in Eglinton Park, not far from where I live.
I'd feel happier if we had a gun or something.
Khan gave me something.
What?
His handbag.
Oh, great. If we run into any killers, we can give them a good buffeting. Didn't he have any weapons?
You don't know the half of it. This bag's full of C4.
Wow. Why didn't you say so? Boy, we'll show him now. What's C4?
Plastic, Josh.
We're going to shop our way to victory?
2 kilos of plastic explosive. The
I'm
detonator's
disappointed,
broken now.
George. I should have known what
Problem.
C4
We'll
is.
buy a box of matches somewhere.
It doesn't work that way. It takes a small explosion to start the big explosion.
Well, that's not much use then.
What does that sign say?
Apparently, during the English Civil War in the mid-17th century, this place was used as an arms dump.
Yeah? What happened?
Look at the state of this place, Josh. You work it out.
Oh, stray spark?
You got it. The tower was the only thing to survive the blast.
I hope the explosion didn't destroy the Sword of Baphomet.
Do you? I rather hope it did.
Well, the sword is broken. Let's sift through the rubble, which I'm pretty sure turns out to be...
I scrabbled around in the rubble and found an old clay pipe with a broken stem.
Nice. Oh, it's a lot brighter on the original. Let's have a swatch at the wheel.
The wheel had a serrated edge which meshed with the turning cog. Marks on the spindle behind the wheel suggested it once had a rope attached to it. The handle turned easily and the larger wheel began to revolve. Damn! Then the handle came off in my hand. There was no way of reconnecting the handle to the cog except by welding it.
Wait, if I remember rightly, this gargoyle's got a hole in one of his eyes. Or is it move?
The stone face of the demon grinned with a horribly lifelike expression. It was so realistic, I could imagine the sculptor carving it from a live model. Examining the demon more closely, I realized something about its face. It was a clever illusion. No matter where I stood, the eyes weren't looking at me. There was a simple reason. The demon didn't have any eyes. Sometimes the most childish gestures can have a cathartic effect. The transformation of the demon to a clown did just that for me. With the clay pipe in his mouth, he looked happy, homely, like somebody's granddaddy.
What do you think you're doing, Josh?
I wondered if there was a secret mechanism in the demon's mouth.
Maybe you should show a little more respect.
For a mythical medieval demon? Give me a break.
Okay. Go right ahead. Meddle with forces you don't understand.
Did you get a point?
Incur the demon's wrath and burn in hell. Just see if I care.
I ran my fingers across the cold stone and probed the holes in the demon's eyes. Beneath them, the mouth formed another hole. But I wasn't about to put my finger in there. I ran my fingers across the cold stone.
How do I get my gear back?
And probed the holes in the demon's eyes. Beneath them, the mouth formed another
Is
hole.
there anything I've missed?
But I wasn't about to put my finger in there.
I see what Nicole's about to say.
Uh-huh.
What are you doing?
Committing this inscription to memory.
Can you read it?
No.
Maybe not. What's the point of studying the inscription if you can't read it?
Because it could be important. A clue to whatever we're looking for, who knows? I might find someone installing to translate it.
We don't have time to go looking for a linguist.
No? At least I am doing something positive.
Calm your tits in.
What language is that inscription written in?
You're the languages student, you tell me.
It looks like ancient Norse. Maybe.
Perhaps it's in code.
I don't think so.
Norse code.
Huh.
Now that the handle was gone, it was easy to remove the cog and spindle. The wheel turned reluctantly with a creak of complaint. There was no obvious way of removing the wheel from its housing. The wheel had a serrated edge which meshed with the turning cog. Marks on the spindle behind the wheel suggested it once had a rope attached to it.
If I remember right, I put that in the gargoyle.
The cog slipped neatly into the eye socket. The cog turned freely, but nothing happened. The wheel turned reluctantly with a creak of complaint. There was no obvious way of removing the wheel from its housing.
Anything else in the rubble?
Under one of the stones, I found a metal coin which was green with age. It was caked with soil, but what I'd found was a small cog and spindle.
Anything else?
With mounting excitement, I felt something between my fingers. It was short, hard, and black. Something I hadn't expected to find here. It was a plastic pen top.
Anything else?
I didn't find anything.
Let's put another gargoyle on the gargoyle.
With a rasp of metal on stone, I eased the second eye into place.
If I remember rightly, I use the coin on the wheel. No?
The wheel turned reluctantly with a creak of complaint. There was no obvious way of removing the wheel from its housing.
Put this in its mouth.
I pushed the handle into the demon's mouth. The cogs all meshed. I began to turn.
You turn that like you're in a Resident Evil game. George is buzzing. In we go.
As soon as I saw the flickering torches, I realized the bogus Templars had beaten us to the sword. But where were they now? And why was it so quiet?
That's a lot of
It
gunpowder.
was definitely gunpowder, but it had solidified over the centuries it had lain here undisturbed.
Let's go.
Listen, I can definitely hear chanting.
You're right. I hear it too.
We can
What do you
all hear
suppose they're
chanting.
doing?
It wouldn't surprise me if they were holding some kind of satanic sex ritual.
So, what are we waiting for?
Shh. I'm a Georgia boy here. You find yourself a nice big golf girlfriend in there.
Will you look at that?
There's the three
Baphomet.
faces.
Labino was right. This place was ancient even to the Templars.
This whole place? This is Baphomet?
Finally, the truth. The Templars had never worshipped this graven image, no more than they'd worship a rainbow. But, like a rainbow, they regarded it as a symbol of a covenant with God, who'd revealed this place to them.
Oh dear.
Rosso! Why is he double-dealing treacherous?
On the contrary, Inspector Rosso has been the model of obedience. An important quality in a true Templar. Now be quiet and watch if you wish to live much longer.
Okay.
Brothers and sisters, we are gathered here to witness the reforging of the sword that was broken. Here before God's sentinel, Baphomet. Master and Knight of Baphomet, we salute and pledge our obedience to you.
I salute you, gatekeeper of the temple. Seven centuries ago,
It's all kicking off now with the Templars.
The weapon, the sword of Baphomet, was lost to us. Now we prepare to reforge it, to wield against new enemies. As the tired millennium dies, and this world looks for new leaders, we shall not fail. We shall lead the people to a new order, wherein all borders will dissolve. All will be united under the red cross of the Templars.
Ah, you wish, son. Where's this broken sword? No, things have taken a turn. No, Rosso looks like, what the fuck's going on? Oh dear. Oh, he has been powered up, people.
George, we have watched your efforts to stop us with respect.
Really?
But surely you realize that you have been misled by our enemies. Both of us want a better world. Fortunately, no harm has been done. We need determined, resourceful men like you. Join us, George. Join us in true brotherhood.
Yeah. True. Wait. Brothers?
What about Marquet? What about Pegram and Klausner? You didn't look on them as brothers, only as failures. 3 men dead, and you don't give a damn!
George, you know that sacrifices are necessary. Every great undertaking.
Join you? I'll see you in hell first.
The animation in this final cutscene is not the best. Hopefully that gets fixed with an update.
Kill him.
Not Nicole. Nico. Oh, that's a good shot. Straight through the neck.
I swear, I just wanted things to be right.
Why did he need to use a gun? You're full of power.
Take them. Kill them. They will not escape.
Go, Nicole.
Well, well. If it isn't the great detective and his beautiful assistant, it's going to be a pleasure killing the pair of you.
George, what are we going to do?
I'm gonna grab a torch.
Come on, Nico. We're leaving.
You fools! You cannot escape us. Guido! Stop them.
But master, the powder!
That powder is from the English Civil War. You fool. He's over 300 years old. How explosive do you think it can be?
I thought it was all over, but Nico had one last trick up her sleeve. Or in her handbag, to be exact. A handbag full of plastic explosives.
Maybe, but this stuff is brand new.
Oh.
Oh dear. The animation looks slightly better. Oh, there goes Guido and everyone else. Oh, she's got the come to bed eyes. Get in there, Georgie boy. So that was Broken Sword, people.
You know, you'll never be able to write your story now.
I don't care. I've got what I want.
Huh?
Just tell me one thing, George.
What?
Is our life together always going to be this crazy?
Yes. I can tell you for a fact, yes. So, oh, Broken Sword, so good, even after all these years. Oh, brilliant. Revolution Software, you did yourself proud. The only thing I'd say is fix is that animation in the final cutscene. That, my god, my floating head is weird, especially when my hands come up. Can you see Homer's head? Yeah, you can see Homer's head. Oh, but yeah. Oh, brilliant. Bravo, bravo. Perfect game. Still holds up perfectly well. Story's fantastic. Voice acting's great, even though it's still a bit muffled, but that's just the original recordings. Fantastic. I absolutely love it. I love everything about this game. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. And I'll be replaying it again at least a couple more times in the coming days. I can guarantee you that, but I won't be streaming that. Okay, so I'm just watching these credits because I'm in here somewhere. Because I helped back the Kickstarter, so we'll be a Ramsastro somewhere once they come up with the Kickstarter stuff. But thanks to everybody that's watched the last few streams from Kita, Wederson, Chris, who else has watched, and the people that I don't actually know that have joined the streams. Thank you for that. The Global UK Global Screen Fund. Here we go, Kickstarter backers. It looks like it's in alphabetical order, so mine's will be under J. There we go, let's keep an eye out. Benjamin Brian Jar, will we? I just got randomly names, some of these. Budgie, Cedric Bourbonot, Chris Gillette, Colby Graham, Cyber Hummy, Daniel Sampson. So thank you to all you for backing the Kickstarter and helping this game get re-released after all these years. Amiga Gamer A500, Emmanuel, I'm in the credits, Trapanese. Yes, you are in the credits. And there's Brett G now. Won't be long before we see me. Where am I? Yeah, we're at the J's now. Okay, I do not see myself. I missed it. I missed myself, god damn. I'm going to quickly save the last 1 minute and I will come back to that. Oh, I can't believe I missed myself in the credits. Oh, I can't believe how good this game was. For these years, I've literally completed this game countless times, and I just want them to do the same quality. Get working on Broken Sword 2 already, Big Charlie boy, come on. Okay. That is a lot of Kickstarter backers, and that's what I like to see. That is what I like to see. Oh wait, I could be under the Templars Shines. I can't remember what section I came under. I don't want to take my eyes off the screen, but we're still at the A's, so let me just have a quick look and see what I came under. I'm just got to load up my Kickstarter now. Okay, view your pledge. What did I come under? Templars. So I could be under this section. So this could be my section coming up. Excellent. I thought I'd missed myself, but just need to keep an eye for the Jameses. Fabio. Order of the Goat. Glen Emptage. Nice. Grady Parrot. Parrot, I don't know how that one's pronounced. Hugo Falcio. Here we go, the J's. There, James Ramsey, Ramsastro, right in the centre of the screen, get up. Haha! Oh, I can skip the credits now. Broken Sword Trophy. Oh. What's going on here?
Hello again.
What now?
Do you know anything about medieval manuscripts?
No more than you, I'll bet.
Does this gem mean anything to you?
Aha! Is it real? It must be worth a small fortune. You stole it, I suppose.
I'm not a crook.
I'm not a crook.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
I've got a toilet chain from a bar in Syria.
No, Kitty. A toilet chain? From Syria? You sad man.
What? What? They didn't get fired?
What now, monsieur?
Check out my ID card.
Your ID card, monsieur? I don't think so.
No, it's Rosso's card.
Attempting to impersonate a policeman is a criminal offense, monsieur.
Ah, forget it. Thanks for your help, buddy.
What is this? Lady Piermont.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you
George!
Does the name on this card mean anything to you?
Augustin Rosso? No, dear, nothing. It conjures up the image of a Gaulois-smoking, absinthe-drinking French policeman. I'm sure the real Inspector Rosso is nowhere near so romantic.
I think you'd be surprised.
He's dead. Chapter select unlocked. Well now. Where's chap? That's going to be good for trophy hunting, I suppose. But thank you to everybody that watched. It's been great. I've severely enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it as well. And as always, well, I don't know when I'm next going to do a game stream. I've got the new Warhammer Space Marine game that I've been working my way through, but I've been severely enjoying the story. So I'm tempted to restream, once I complete it, replay it, maybe put it in easy mode or something just for the story mode, and stream it for the story for my mate Kater to watch. So that could be my next stream, Warhammer Space Marine. But thanks everybody for watching. Don't forget, have a good one.